Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is very early this morning, all right? It's like 7 in the morning, almost. And we're going to see if we could catch a huge fish today. I got the Wake Walker. This is what I'm starting out with. I like this bait. It has caught me a fish or two. And then over here, Citizen 7. I've only caught one fish on this, but I've got a ton of eats. It's all ripped up. But we're just gonna fish like we always do. Nothing new. But today we're gonna catch a 10-pounder. I feel it, all right? So let's get that done. Incredible. What are we sipping on today, Knowles Fishing? Whoa, look at that. I really like this one as well. I don't know if I've ever drank this one on camera. I don't know if I've ever showed y'all. If I told you this tasted like Sprite, I would sound like every other idiot trying to explain what a citrus, like lemon lime drink tastes like. But that's honestly exactly what it is. It's kind of like Sprite, but better. I think there's like more citrus flavor and not just carbonation. You should try it. If you find this one, buy it. You have to. Or else I'm gonna do something to you. Oh my gosh, there it is. The sun! You are my sunshine. We're dragging the Citizen. Alright, and we're not stopping until we catch a 10-teener pounder. It's gonna happen right now. Let's go! Come on! Oh, I could put it in 0.5. Whoa. Aren't you scared of gators? No! Fish, what? Oh my gosh, how? I'm just dead sticking it. Oh my god, it's a big one. Oh my god. Please don't come up. How? Why would you eat that? Are you dumb? You're just sitting there. You stupid fish. Okay, don't break me off. Please. Come on. How do I land this fish? How do I go about doing this? Oh gosh, what do I do? Please. Okay. I get it. I'm like, help! Okay, Mrs. Fish, you're gonna have to work with me. I'm just like randomly scooping it. Oh my, I just hit her with my foot. Where is she? Oh my god, I see her. No, that's my bait. Oh! I keep hitting her with my foot. Okay, I need you to come up, please. Okay, I see her. Come here, please. Help me. Mrs. Fish, you're not helping. Come here. I'm not gonna ask you again. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's a fucking huge fish. I did not think she was that big. Oh my god. No way. Oh my gosh. Look at that. She's giant, dude. Oh my gosh, that is insane. I was just dead sticking it because I don't even know. I let it sit there for a second and she smoked it. She had me wrapped around the dock and I literally just could not get her out. Like, I had no idea where she was, but she helped me a little bit at the end there. She wanted to be free on the Polaris. It's that easy. You just let it sit there and it gets 8. It's like live bait. Easy! Oh my gosh, first fish of the morning is a giant. I was just dead sticking the Polaris. Oh my gosh. We're gonna put her on the scale. I hope she goes 5. She's close though. Huge head on that fish. That is incredible. I'm so happy. This is my second fish on it. The first one was like not even worth mentioning. It was really small. This one is big. Awesome. All right, we're gonna weigh her real quick. All right, we're zeroed out with the clip. Let's see. Okay, that's not how I wanted that to go. Let's redo that. My clip is broken. Thank you, Mrs. Fish. Guys, comment down below bad fishy. Okay, makeshift clip thing. We're gonna try this again. It's zeroed out. Let's see. I cannot see it. All right, did it hold? All right. Look at that, 5.3. I don't know if you can see that. That's around what I was expecting. That's I think that's my 3rd or 2nd 5-pounder of the year. One of my biggest ones. That's incredible. Awesome. I'm very pleased with that. Alrighty guys, I kind of have to hold her here because my board is on like a downward slope type thing, but lip is on 0. She is 22.5, 23 with the tail pinched. That is an awesome fish. 5 pounds, 3 ounces. One of my biggest of the year. That is incredible. What a strange cast to catch. All right, she went 5 pounds, 3 ounces, and I believe 22.5, maybe 23 inches. I didn't think she was this big. I thought she was like a 3.5, but look at that. Big old head, giant mouth. That is a Florida bass for you. Long and skinny, fairly skinny. Hey, that's how it goes. All right, let's get a release on this one. She's huge. Okay, she's good. All right, there she goes. All right, guys, I'm very happy with that. I'm actually stoked. That was awesome. That was my second fish ever on the Polaris. I will talk about this more at the end of the video or throughout, but this bait is incredible, all right? I've been throwing it for a little while. I've only caught those 2 fish on it, like I said, but man, that's already one of my favorite baits. She frayed the crap out of me, all right? She was all strung up in the dock, and I literally had to like hand line her in. I think at the end though, she like freed herself, or I got her out. But that was a very hectic cast to catch. But we're gonna keep going. If we caught another one bigger than that, that'd be pretty awesome. I've actually never caught anything under that dock, so that was incredible. I mean, like you guys saw, this is a great skipping bait. I'll probably show that more in the video, but yeah, that's an awesome first fish, all right? I'm very happy. So let's get back to fishing. Oh my, what? No way. Look at that, boys. Second one of the day on the Polaris. I had to switch up because the other one broke. But that is a awesome fish. Probably a 3-pounder. That's awesome. God, this bait works, all right? The last fish, I skipped it under a dock. And this fish, it was kind of more open water, lily pads type stuff. That's awesome. That's super sick. This bait is awesome. Let's go. All right, here she is. That is probably a 3-pounder, probably about 20 inches or so. That is awesome. Second fish of the day. It's another nice one on the Polaris. She's all fired up, so we're just gonna, there she goes. She's going. That is awesome, dude. 2 nice fish at this lake that I wasn't the biggest fan of until recently. That is very nice to see. So with this bait, you guys saw in the last cast to catch, the one before the one that just happened, I skipped it super far under a dock, which is like a very closed water scenario. Now, I didn't really work the bait, which I don't know how to feel about that. But I mean, she still ate it, all right? And I landed her, and my line held up somehow. I didn't break off, which is awesome. And that fish was kind of more open water. I was just casting along the edge of the pads. I didn't even know I had a fish. I thought I just had a bunch of weeds, and then I saw my bait kind of like running up of my line, and I was like, I'll scratch my chin. I was like, I wonder what that is. And it was a fish. So yeah, you can really use this bait for a lot of stuff, but I don't want to talk too much about it. I want to wait until the end. So we're gonna keep fishing, and let's see how it goes. What if I leave it there? Yo, I'm taking a little break here in the wind. I'm gonna eat my food real quick, and then we're gonna get back to fishing. But I think we're gonna wrap it up. I think we're gonna hit this one last half stretch of the lake, and hopefully we'll get one more, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. No way. No. Oh my god. Dude. Holy. Oh my god. Giant on the 250. Holy dude. I cannot believe that. That's probably a 6-pounder. I'm gonna go find a spot to weigh her, and then we'll find out for sure. Holy shit. That is crazy. I've not caught a big fish on a big glide in a while. That is sorry for all the cussing. I'm very stoked right now. I apologize. All right, 5.5, not quite 6, but I think that's another fish on my bag. I think she just knocked off the fish that we added earlier today. All right, I'll take it. My gosh, that was probably one of my favorite cast to catches ever. The eat was crazy. My gosh, that was incredible. But I'll try and get footage of her on the camera or on the phone, and then we'll get one last look at her on here, and then we'll send her off. We'll make it quick. All right, my phone is at 5%, so we're gonna make this quick, but that is a huge fish. I thought she was a lot bigger than the last one, but she was only bigger by a few ounces. She wasn't much longer either, so that's strange. Oh my gosh, sorry, I can't get her all in frame, but there she is on the 250. It's stuck in the net, so I can't get a really cool, awesome swagger picture with it, but that's okay. That is crazy. Such a huge fish. Oh my gosh. Let's go. All right, one last time. Here she is. That is another giant Florida bass. This is probably one of my best days of fishing ever. And that clip was sick. One of my favorite cast to catches ever. Maybe my favorite, I don't know. That is incredible. All right, we're gonna send her off here. She went 5.6, I believe, if I remember correctly. That is a huge fish on the big glides, or on the big glide. They do work, ladies and gentlemen. They do. All right, let's get a release on her. Oh my gosh, she was ready to go. That's awesome. Love to see that. Ding, ding, ding. Hello, guys. This lighting is absolutely terrible. I know, I apologize, but I'm going to try and make this quick. So, I know I said I was going to talk about the players at the end of this video, but I want to save that for its own video. I want to get some more fish under my belt with that bait. So, we're going to set that aside for now, but I wanted to talk about the 2 big fish I caught today. And kind of a little strategy I use that I may have talked about before. So, the first fish, this was honestly more random and not really calculated. I saw this dock. It was along the seawall, and I was like, hey, I've never caught a fish on this dock. I'm going to skip under it today. I was there at the right time, I will say. I did kind of calculate a time to hit this good stretch of the lake. And this was a dock that I had never caught a fish on. So I was like, hey, maybe she'll eat today, right now. And sure enough, I skipped under there, hooked her, horrible cast to catch. It was really scary. It was pretty funny though. But that's done, all right? 5-pounder, landed, awesome. One of my biggest fish of the year. I was hyped. Now for this next part, I was hitting this stretch that I had an instinct that there were big fish there. So to put it in perspective, as you can see from the cast to catch, if you're parallel with the bank, right? Let's say this is the bank. Let's say this is where you are. There's about 10 feet in between of just lily pads. So there's tules that run along the bank, and then there's lily pads in between, and then there's open water. And that probably stretches for about 200 feet, if I had to say, maybe 250. Oh, 250 reference. Oh, it probably stretches for about 200 feet. And the last time I fished this, I also fished it with a glide. And I did have a fish come up and hit it. She didn't eat it, like, at all. I don't even know if she opened her mouth. She was kind of just right in front of it. And then she, like, hit the tail and then swam away. And she didn't get any hooks. I don't even know if she opened her mouth, honestly. But that kind of that was like the first confirmation that I've had where there are actually fish there. So I was like, okay, that's better than nothing. I'm going to fish it with the glide today, see what happens. And I will say, the time of the month is right, but like the time in the day wasn't. So I was kind of like, something could happen. I'm not betting on it. I don't know. I'm just going to do it. And so I was parallel casting the 250 with the pads. And one thing that really stood out to me is this was a really short cast, and I was working it super fast, which I never really do. I never work the 250 fast. I kind of just slowly reel it and give it pauses, and honestly, I was just goofing off. I was burning it. I was twitching it super hard. But I was thinking, I've never done this before. I'm just going to do it, all right? And so I take a really short cast into these pads, and I'm kind of just twitching it back, and boom, big fish comes up and hits it right at the board. One thing that I will say is stealth played a very big role in this cast to catch. I think the paddleboard is the best flotation device that you can use for stealth. Those fish literally do not know that you are there. Especially in the dirty Florida water, they cannot see you. And so it creates like this cool dynamic, and you could get some really funny stuff to happen. Like, I've had a bunch of fish come up and hit my bait right at the board because they just don't know you're there. Like, there's nothing indicating to them that you are there unless they follow your bait all the way up. But anyways, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. So stealth played a really big role. Short cast, but I think those two hand in hand. Like, I think the short cast and the stealth kind of like balanced out. Because if I would have done a long cast, then maybe she would have just seen it, followed it for like 30 feet, and then she's like, okay, it's real. And then she came up and hit it. But in this case, she followed it out. She was like, okay, it's real. And then she hit it, even though she was right next to the board, because she didn't see me. There it is. Stealth 101. Just want to talk about that real quick. So try some spots that look too good to be true that you've never caught a fish on, because that's how I caught both of those fish today. And calculate your days, all right? Calculate your days around important moments in the day, like the sunrise. Calculate those. You will see results. Pay attention to everything. The conditions were great. It was, or at least for a glide, it was like cloudy and windy, and I love those conditions. I think those are really fun. The weather was right. The water temp was a little cold, but yeah, calculate everything, all right? Everything that you do matters, especially when it comes to catching big fish. Try some new spots. that you've never caught a fish on, that look too good to be true. Throw a glide. Don't throw anything else but a glide. Throw the biggest glide you have. Throw your biggest swim bait. Don't throw anything smaller than your biggest swim bait. Throw your biggest lure. Only throw big lures. Don't throw a small lure. And subscribe to Noel's Fishing. Thank you all. Have a great... I don't know. Have a great everything. Have a great day. Have a great night. Have a great week. Have a great lunch. Have a great sleep. Have a great anything. Have a great everything. Make everything great. Signing off.